guys, just wanted to hop on here. What's up? How are you guys doing? Wanted to catch you guys up on like what I've been up to, why the YouTube channel hasn't been going. You know, it's been a while since the first video. I think it's been probably like almost like a year. Just like what I've been focusing on and everything. I think it's important for you guys to know like where I'm at to keep this channel going. But yeah, I'm vibing really high right now. I just got back from this book club that I had with my friends, and it's just so awesome, like connecting with like-minded people, asking each other questions to make ourselves vulnerable, just questions that we're even afraid to ask ourselves. Because believe it or not, you know, I'm sure you guys have came across certain feelings, certain thoughts that you don't want to like acknowledge it, you don't want to face it, so like you don't even try to go there in your mind, right? Or even like admit it, right? Or say it out loud. So I think it's really helpful to connect with people that make you feel alive, that make you feel loved, that make you just like feel like you. And there's like at times where I hold myself back from even like talking like right here, like the camera face to face, you know. It's a little awkward, like I'm just, you know, I'm by myself in my car talking to my phone, you know. But I think it's really important to be around those that light that fire inside of you, you know. Like to me, I call it my soul tribe. So like one thing that I think it's really helpful to think about is like when you're like in an environment that doesn't really resonate with you, it's not really you, you know. Instead of like kind of like looking at it very negatively, like those people, like let's say at work, like you don't enjoy your job or you don't enjoy those people that you're around, but like what makes you better than those people, what makes you better than that environment? Like at some level you're vibrating and you think your value is that place where you're at. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that like as much as like I don't vibe, like let's say with like this is something personal in like in my life, I don't vibe a lot with maybe like the environments I'm in like my jobs that I'm at. I see just like just energy that really it's I don't know, it's I guess unnecessary, right? And I'm always like just keeping quiet, and I almost feel like not like myself, because like to me who I am, I'm very vocal. I love sharing energy, I love encouraging others, and like I mean I still do that to a certain extent, but then I think, why can't I be myself here? And like what is limiting me from like going out there and just being in a whole different environment, right? So in a sense, like I like to go like within, really I like to journal. I like to journal a lot and question myself, like, okay, Melissa, like you're obviously vibrating on a certain like level here and a certain level here, you know. Like I have a contrast of different things, and like I know a lot of people do, you know. You feel very high vibes like maybe around like your friends, whatever, but then like at your job you don't as much. So like to me, I like to question myself and ask myself, like, okay, what is inside of me that is still vibrating at this frequency, right? So I mean, like if anything, I don't see it like very negatively. I see it as like I'm learning, you know, through like the those limiting beliefs that I still have within myself, and reflection with like-minded friends. Like I think it just helps like those other environments that I'm still working through. So that's a lot of like the energy that we're sharing today. It was really beautiful. I really encourage you guys to get a group of like, even if it's just one friend that likes to read, you know, like that likes to do something that you like to do. So yeah, that's kind of like where I was at today. And then with the YouTube channel, honestly, just I've been doing a lot of self-reflection. You know, I have insecurities myself as well, trying to get to that point where I don't care about being perfect. I don't care about even when I stutter, when I say words that I don't want to say, like the words like. I'm working through that, saying pausing, looking to the side, you know, whatever. But at the same time, like when you guys want to do something, you can't expect for it to be aligned exactly how you picture it. You just have to start it sometimes. Just start somewhere. As long as you're starting, you're already doing so much better than other people. You're already doing so much better than yourself yesterday, you know? So that's kind of like where I'm at. I've been really allowing myself to share my energy a lot with like my friends, because you know these past 2 years for me, I've been just really trying to learn about my own energy, how to not take certain things personal, how to not absorb energy that I don't want, in a sense like kind of like protecting my energy. But I think I've gotten so comfortable with that now that like I don't even share my energy. So I guess this is like my way of sharing my energy. I welcome you guys to share energy with me as well. And even in your in your actual life, like if you're having like a similar issue, just share energy, get out there, do that thing you've been wanting to do. So that's kind of like why the YouTube channel has been like the way it is. But everything always happens at the right time, always, all the time. So just like, you know, my YouTube channel, anything that you guys are probably like going through yourselves too, that as well. But yeah, I've been actually really diving deep into my spirituality, the feminine side of it, because I feel like we live in a big masculine world where we're told to maybe like not even share like vulnerability like this, speak our minds, even think for ourselves, you know. And I feel like I've been tapped in like my whole life into the masculine energy a lot more. So I've actually joined this community of women. It's called actually the RGG community, Rose Gold Goddesses, and is run by this awesome woman. She's I don't know if you guys have heard of her. Her name is Sahara Rose, and she has a cool podcast. That's how I actually found out about her. I forgot the name of it. I'll try to put it on the description. But she talks a lot about spirituality, the divine feminine, even the masculine, how to this really cool one that I actually listened to is how to embrace your ego and like what it does for you. Because for a long time I thought having an ego was like so negative, but no, like having an ego can really work for you in so many different ways, obviously. And like not really being like, I guess, like vulgar with your ego, and like controlling, I guess, like those negative aspects of the ego. But like I guess like what I'm trying to say is how it can work for me even in like let's say with my confidence, with work, with my business, with this or that. I don't know, it's really really cool. So anyway, so she has like this monthly like group of women where everyone's very spiritual on there. It's basically, think about like an Instagram or a Facebook, and like you get to scroll to people post stuff, and it's all like on spiritual topics. Like she has like all these like she has like these links, and one of them is for workshops and even like events near you, so you can connect to the other women that are like-minded and stuff like that. And at the time when I started that group, well, when I joined that group, I find myself in this place where like the certain, I wanted just like to learn more. I wanted new energy, you know, like not that I don't love like my friends, my family, but I needed expansion. So I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what, nothing's holding me back, like let me do it. And she has different workshops on there where you can learn about like different goddesses and like ancient, and like the Mayan culture, ancient Egypt, I believe. Like I don't know, I'm like just getting into it, and how we can tap into like their energy. The goddess of this month, I believe her name is Ichel, like the rainbow goddess of light. It sounds so magical, right? It's really really cool. Like us women, we're so powerful. Even just like I've been learning a lot about my womb and how we can manifest through our womb, how we can even heal not only ourselves but like our mothers and like their mothers, and like our mother's lineage of women, and how like we carry trauma in our wombs as women. Like it's really interesting. Like I really want to dive more into like those topics and stuff like that, and talk more about it with you guys, give you this type of content. Just because like whatever's helpful for me, I want to share that with everybody. I want to just bring that knowledge and awareness to like the women around me, just like not just women but just everyone in general, you know. So it's really cool. I think too, another thing that was holding me back from even just like posting more videos was just like, I guess I was like a little bit tapped out of like my own spirituality, and like my idea for the YouTube channel was like talking about like books, spirituality, self-development, and I was tapped out of that energy for a while. I wasn't reading. I wasn't like, you know, like I guess like my masculine, no, not masculine, my ego, like it was showing up a lot for me, but not in a good way. So, you know, just diving deep into that and learning how to be okay with not being okay, like learning how like who I am and my imperfections are perfect for me, just as like your imperfections are perfect for you. I actually read this book. It's called The Fifth Agreement, a continuation of the Four Agreements. If you guys haven't read that book, that's a staple. I recommend it to everybody, especially if you're just barely diving into self-development, spirituality and stuff like that. It's a really good recommendation. But The Fifth Agreement talks about, a big section talks about like how, like, you know, basically not limiting who we are. And you know, I'm pretty sure you guys hear this a lot, and people say like, oh, we're not perfect, you know, and it's okay. And it really is really not okay to not be society's way of perfect. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, in the book, it gives a lot of reference of, oh, my light just went out because I'm in my car. Hold on, oh, there we go. Ah! See, I'm not perfect. But, just knowing and being aware that even like any type of like, you know, sickness that you have, a speech impairity, your mistakes are all perfect because they make you. And we're all perfect in God's eyes because like, well, one, just being aware that we are God's creation, like who are we to say that God's creations are not perfect? Like, I mean, it was made through God. So like, we're all part of God. We're all made through God. We're all made through love. So we're all perfect in our own way. I feel like it would be so boring to live in a world where everyone was like, just like, I guess like the society's way of perfect, which is like having all your stuff together with like, let's say in a business, very successful, let's say in that, being a great people person, being able to talk really good in front of crowds. I mean, I don't know, you know, like whatever society's perception of perfect is, you know, like I think that, like, I always say this thing where like, I think people are so cool. Like, I even smile thinking about it because I mean, like, everyone has something different to bring, a different energy, something to learn from. Like, today when I was with my group of friends and just connecting and being vulnerable, I feel like I learned a lot, even from, like, the person that was saying that they have, like, certain insecurities, and, you know, it brings up very dark thoughts in them. And you know, maybe they don't like where they're at right now in life. And like, to me, oh my God, like that inspired me so much. And I even had to thank them too and be like, whoa, like you being to that level of vulnerable, of you saying that inspired me to be more vulnerable and just like more vocal and speak my truth more. So guys, like, your insecurities are so perfect to you. Of course, like I'm not like saying like that if you don't want to be insecure, then like you don't have to be, you know, you can work on that. Like, we're so abundant, like we can be and do whatever we want. So I just think people are cool because like we learn from those people that are negative. We learn from those people that like even like annoy us. Like, we learn from the people that that I don't know, that are so positive too, you know. I just I'm smiling so big right now because like I just think about it, and like like we're all love. Like at the end of the day, like all we're really trying to be is be happy. All we're really trying to like do is love, you know, like, and that can be in so many different ways. Like for me, love, and to be happy is to be authentic, to be who I really am, to show my voice, to show others and encourage others how to not be afraid to be themselves, because I feel like we care so much about what people think, what the society's gonna think, what our families think. Like we create this attachment towards like being accepted, like from others, from society, that like that's just all an illusion, you know. Like we're over here trying to fit everybody else's like box of like what we should be, what we should not be. And like, you know, and then we wonder why we become depressed or we're not happy, and why we're confused and we don't even know ourselves, you know. And like we just have to just be us and have faith in the things that we like, that we want, that we do, because at the end of the day, like that's who you are. That's, you know, like for one person, the person that like wants to pursue a singing career is going to be so different than the accountant, you know, that wants to do that, and the person that wants to do YouTube videos, and the person that wants to I don't know, like just do something else, you know. So just embrace who you are, embrace your imperfections, embrace just even like your the things that don't turn out the way you want them to turn out, just because you had a certain expectation of what it should be. Something too that I think is really helpful is to really like learn about yourself, like learn about yourself each day. I feel like that's something that we don't even think about. That's something like I would never think about, like because the way I would think is like, okay, like I'm living in this body every day, like I go to sleep with myself, I wake up with myself, so I know myself. But no, we really, at the end of the day, guys, like reflection is so important, because like there can be certain things that trigger us. There can be maybe like even like a blockage in our energy that we is making us confused and limiting our beliefs and just limiting who we are. And that's why I think it's so important to do self-reflection. I do this through journaling. So I just like to ask myself, like, sorry guys, I'm like talking too much. No, just kidding, I'm not talking too much. I need some water. I was like out and about for a lot of hours. Hold on. Love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Love you. Yeah, so that was my day. But yeah, I think it's really important to reflect on how you were feeling, like question like what you want, like what do you love, like what makes you happy, you know. It's just like really like learn about who you are. Like just even if like you have to start from scratch, from, you know, just from the bottom of like, okay, like I'm accepting that I don't got my shit together. Let's just say that, like that I'm doing a lot more wrongs than rights. But you know what? I want to discover why I'm like that. I want to learn what makes me me. Like how can I do better tomorrow? How can I be my highest self? You know, it's so important. And that's why we see so many people like walking in this world so blind to like their power and who they are and their potential. Like when I see somebody, it just even like I don't know, just like when they speak about what they want to do, their passions, there's just something about seeing people in their element that really makes me feel alive, because I'm like, they're really embracing what they want. They're really embracing what they want to do. And you know, it's beautiful. It's really cool to see. I don't know, I feel like I lost my train of thought right now. But yeah, so just wanted to share a little bit of energy with you guys. Just connect with me on here. Tell me your comments on what I had to say. On Instagram, I'm gonna have my social media on the bottom of this, hopefully. crossing my fingers. And I want to leave you guys with a question. What makes you your highest self? Like, what makes you happy? What are you passionate about? What's another really good one? You guys can write these all in a journal, like do self-reflection questions to get to know yourself more each day. I even suggest going on Pinterest. I do that from time to time, and just look up journaling, self-reflection questions. I mean, there's so much content out there, guys. Like, use the internet to its full capacity because it's there for us. Like, I feel like at some points, like, I see it very negatively. I'm like, my God, like, I just keep seeing on my timeline all this, like, things on, like, I don't know, war, or like just like so many things that just bring me, down. But like, let's choose to use the internet in a more positive, like constructive, productive way, and that's a way that you guys can do it. So it was nice chatting with you guys. I'm gonna get back inside, I'm hungry. But I hope you guys like this video, and I hope to see you guys soon.